Hello to anybody clicking on my video. This is Bree, the paw-inspired Aspie, bringing a very artistic character sheet to you. As you can see, I'm being very indecisive on the pose for the character. I really wanted this to be very character-centric, including the illustration of the character, obviously, with the character sheet, which if you look at a standard character sheet, you don't do that. And one thing you'll notice, especially with my videos, is I spend a very long time on the basic structure of the image before I do any of the fun details. I know a lot of artists like to skip that, or they're raring to go and want to do all the fun details, or like, this skirt is the reason why I wanted to draw this picture. But it'll look weird if you don't actually take the time. Like, if you think about foundations on a building, if you don't take time to build the foundation, then the whole building will fall apart or it'll look weird. I'm avoiding the look weird. So I've finally nailed the pose down, and I'm currently figuring out her attire. And she's a very practical nature cleric. So at first I wanted to do like a boho look with a little touch of armor. But then I decided, no, that would get in the way for fighting. That would be annoying. Let's do this instead. So I do a nice practical pair of pants with some boots. Very little adornment because, well, she's a cleric. She doesn't really need a lot of adornment. She wears the arm bracer, and she uses a shield. Here I am working out the hair and face, and flower crown, because nature cleric. If she's going to have some adornment, it should be from the earth itself, as far as her personality goes. Now I'm inking. Oh my goodness. Hello, notifications. Anywho, executive dysfunction. Here I am lining the sketch layer with a line art pen. I use the dry brush pen that's provided by Procreate, and I like the natural feel that it gives. I saw another YouTuber, I think Jacqueline DeLeon, use it. Her art is amazing. Check her out. She probably doesn't know I exist, but I will promote other artists, please. A lot of my style was influenced by her, Danica Sills, and drawing with waffles. I really like watching those artists draw. I'm currently laying down layer masks now. So I like to go ahead and block in my colors, and then I'll alpha lock them and color them in with the variants of colors or some basic shading before I go on to the light affecting it shading. Throw in some blushes on the skin because there's, blood flow. So, skin blush really helps with showing that. And I spent a really long time on the boots because I found a really cool paintbrush in the textures category. So I was having a lot of fun with that. I will then progress to the pants. Simple, just a simple basic fabric, a little bit of shading, and working on the armor. I like to slap down some colors, use a blending tool to blend them out, and then I'll go in and work in some detail. For the most part, I try to use 3 brushes, the basic pencil, Procreate pencil, dry ink brush, and this really cool paintbrush that I can't remember the name of, and I will look it up later. I'm adding a light effect, and then we're going to go ahead and move into the character sheet. And while I'm sketching that out, the way I did that light was I used a light paintbrush, painted it out, I duplicated the layer of colors for the character, multiply layer, and then I erased where the light hit on the character to do some easy, quick shading. It's a fun little trick that I've really appreciated and enjoyed doing. And then of course the light source wouldn't be on the back of her hand, so you have to erase around it. Now I chose to illustrate her inventory, so I sketched that in. Now I'm throwing in her stats, and I have a degree in graphic design, but with the graphic design I'm a little rusty, so initial layouts are kind of weird. So I mean, overall I stick to this look, but like those 3 off-center floating blocks, those will end up being minimized, converging with the squares that are above the circles, which those are still the stats and her armor class and other important information like that. And at this point I'm realizing, oh, where am I going to put her familiar? She's got a little ginger tabby familiar, and she should be appearing after I'm done coloring in the backpack, which the backpack, same thing. Honestly, I colored the backpack like I colored the boots, just a lighter color, because I imagined it was leather for sturdyability. Wow, durability, making it sturdy, and things like that. Executive dysfunction is striking again. I am so sorry. Here I am drawing the cat. I picked a basic pose where she was checking out what her human was doing, and after this, and then I do a simple fur texture. Cat was pretty quick. After this I'm going to start, I go on dafont, dafont.com. I put in the name I want, and then I trace the font that I like, because I'm okay at hand lettering, but I'm also an efficient artist. I trace it in, and then I do my typography. Anyway, this is gonna wrap up the video. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening to me ramble, and contact me if you want commissions for similar art to this. I love doing Dungeons and Dragons art. Thank you. Have a great day.